The chair recognizes Representative Stone.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today we have the opportunity to affect significant prescription affordability for insulin-dependent diabetics by supporting House Bill 4346. This will affect many lives, but let me tell you about one that is very personal. At age 9, my cousin was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Her body suddenly became emaciated, skeletal, leaving her parents terrified in search of what was causing a sudden, dramatic change to their spunky, athletic child. This diagnosis of type 1 diabetes rocked the world. My cousin's body was consuming itself without the ability to produce the insulin needed to unlock the glucose necessary to sustain life. 100 years ago, a diagnosis of diabetes was a death sentence. Children ultimately slipped into comas and died. There was no pharmaceutical or medical solution to offer hope to patients and their families. But in 1921, Doctors Frederick Banting, Charles Best, and John McLeod discovered insulin. This medical breakthrough offered diabetics a life-sustaining option for managing their condition. Insulin is as essential to life for diabetics as air, water, and food. These men believed it was unethical for a doctor to profit from such life-saving discovery, so they sold the patent to the University of Toronto for $1 apiece. Unfortunately, the conviction to prioritize life over profit did not endure. Today, diabetics can pay $300, $600, or upwards of $1,000 a vial for insulin. They may require 2 to 3 vials a month or possibly more, depending on the severity of their condition. I'll let you do the math. During our hearing on this bill, we learned manufacturers can produce insulin for as little as $3 to $7 a vial. One of my colleagues also asked if the economic market could sustain a capped price for insulin. And while I don't hold a degree in economics, one of the basic principles of economics is choice. Having a second choice, or even the choice not to make a purchase at all. But diabetics don't have that luxury. They must choose between life and death, which is the ultimate choice. They are bound to buy insulin regardless of the cost, and the exorbitant cost of insulin is driving Michiganders, our loved ones, our friends, and our neighbors to desperation. Unable to afford the life-preserving medication to manage their diabetes, some have begun to seek affordable alternatives across the border in Canada and Mexico, even if it's illegal or questionable practice. Others are engaging in dangerous practices of rationing insulin, just to try and keep their costs manageable. They are putting themselves and their health at risk. Unmanaged diabetes can result in catastrophic complications like vision loss, neuropathy, amputation, kidney damage, and tragically death. Keep in mind, the catastrophic complications also result in higher healthcare costs for expensive treatments like surgery and dialysis, possibly even losing the ability to work. Helping guarantee prescription affordability is the most humane and cost-effective option to help our fellow Michiganders. Too many Michiganders must choose between insulin and rent, insulin and food, insulin and heat, and even insulin and life. Again, I'm not an economics professor, but in my economics classes, I learned that market prices tend to go down over time due to decreased production costs. Yet in the last 20 years in the US, the cost of a vial of insulin continues to soar. The average price of US manufacturers for insulin per standard unit was $98.70, compared to $6.94 in Australia, $12 in Canada, and $77.52 in the UK. For rapid-acting insulins, the U.S. reported $111.39 per standard unit versus $8.19 in non-U.S. countries. Is anyone else scratching their heads at the astounding difference? Are you wondering, what is the U.S. doing differently, or what did we do wrong? By capping the price at $50 a month per prescription, we take steps towards guaranteeing access and the ability to manage a chronic medical condition. Today, we can say enough is enough. Stop financing research for other pharmaceutical advancements at the expense of diabetics. Stop perpetuating the inflated prices of insulin with continuous, minute, and ineffective changes to renew patents. While House Bill 4346 doesn't completely solve insulin affordability for every insulin-dependent diabetic, it will set the bar. It will pave the way for more affordable insulin and better quality of life for those who need it. Please join me in voting yes on House Bill 4346. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, on the question of final passage of House Bill 4346, there are 91 aye votes, 16 nay votes.
A majority of the members elected and serving having voted, therefore, the bill is passed.